Hi, it's Kathy again, and I took a card from Daily Guidance from Your Angels, Oracle Cards by Doreen Virtue. So let's get some daily guidance. Reward yourself. Let's see. You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a consistently high level. And I appreciate this message because I am dog sitting right now and I'm taking care of a dog and I'm also stepping up my housekeeping skills. My mother complained that I don't do anything around the house, and she's right. I just wash dishes and do the bare minimum. Um, yeah, I haven't been helping out around the house enough, and she's always busy doing things. So I'm stepping up and I'm giving out a lot. So I need to reward myself. And right now, rewarding myself, honestly, is reading my cards because I really enjoy them. So I did a reading with one of my card decks. It's a very gentle Doreen Virtue Guardian Angels Oracle card tarot deck, and very gentle reading. But I'm gonna use one of my other tarot card decks because I I don't want everything to be so sugar coated. I want to hear the truth. I want to hear it. Anyway, okay. So this is what I've been reading because I want I want to let you know what kind of man Reverend Moon is. Um, his followers call him Father because Jesus was Adam was the first, supposed to be the father of all mankind, but he failed. Jesus was supposed to be the father of all mankind, but he was crucified before he could have a wife and children. But Reverend Moon was able to have a wife and children, and he is father. Reverend Moon is father. Or sometimes I say true father to distinguish who he is. He's our true father. Anyway, okay, let me read. So I'm just reading it's kind of random, but it's just things that I highlighted that struck me. Okay, he says, any task we do requires sincerity and dedication, and not just for a day or two. It needs to be a continuous process. A knife used once and never sharpened turns dull. The same is true with sincerity and dedication. We need to continue our efforts on a daily basis with the thought that we are sharpening our blade daily. Whatever the task, if we continue the effort in this way, we eventually reach a mystical state. If you pick up a paintbrush and focus your sincerity and dedication on your hand and say to yourself, a great artist will come and help me, and concentrate your mind, you can create a wonderful painting that will inspire the world. I dedicated myself to learning how to speak faster and more accurately than anyone else. I would go into a small room where no one could hear me and practice tongue twisters out loud. I practiced pouring out what I wanted to say very quickly. Eventually, I was able to say 10 words in the time that it took others to say just one. Even now, though I am old, I can speak very quickly. Some say that I speak so quickly that they have difficulty understanding me. But my heart is in such a hurry that I cannot bear to speak slowly. My mind is full of things I want to say, how can I slow down? So I like this. I guess it's a quote, yeah, because this is his words, and I like that it shows the type of person he is. He just was determined to speak as quickly as possible, and so he worked on it. I'm gonna bring up something that's kind of bothering me. Um, so I probably talked about this before, but I'll talk about it again. I am I am very religious, and I read the Bible and I believe the Bible, but the Bible is against divination, and I use my cards for divination. I use it I say a prayer and I ask for God's guidance. And I find it very comforting and very useful. So, I really do love the Bible. I really do. And I I also love my cards. I just love my cards. And there must have been a reason at that time, thousands of years ago. There must have been a reason that people were told not to do divination. Maybe it was being used for evil. Maybe evil spirits were influencing the cards and causing confusion and such. But when I do my cards, I am very clear, and if something doesn't make sense, I just discard it. I don't just blindly believe what the cards say. I look at it and it gives me comfort. It gives me some guidance. Um, One reading I did recently talked about said that I was being greedy, and my credit card statement was a little high this month. So I thought to myself, you know what? Maybe I need to stop shopping so much because maybe I'm being greedy. Because I mostly shop for card decks. I love buying new card decks, and I just want more and more and more. I think it just seems like I never get tired of getting a brand new deck. And even see, my mother threw out I had 40 decks, and my mother threw them all out. And so I'm getting the ones that I loved back. So some of the cards that I bought, I've already previously owned, but I wanted them back. Anyway, so that's how I think of divination. It is a comfort to me to get messages and reassurances and guidance. There was one reading I did where the card came up. I think it was the Nine of Swords. I don't know. It was a very negative card, and it totally, I felt terrible. And I didn't like that. So I was like, "Oh my god, what's going on here?" And then I didn't realize it, but I hadn't blessed my deck. You should, when you receive a new deck, you should bless it. So I blessed the deck, and I did readings again, and I didn't have trouble with it. My readings have been good and helpful, and they haven't scared me. They haven't scared me. So anyway, that's that. And because I believe in Reverend Moon as the Messiah, um, in his autobiography, I forgot what page it was, but he says to make money, he was a fortune teller. And a fortune teller, that's usually a card reader. So, so I feel like he, because he put that in his book, and it was just one sentence, it gave me hope that God approves, that that it's okay that I want to seek guidance. It's okay. I don't have a priest that I can turn to. I now have um, my spiritual father, Steve Hartman. A spiritual father means that he introduced me to Reverend Moon's church. So he's my spiritual father. But he left the church. But there's still love there. I'm still very attached to him. And he told me recently, call me more often, call me. And so I did. And he asked for a card reading. And he totally approves of me reading cards. And he's very positive and loving. And so, anyway, oh gosh. Anyway, all right, I'll close for now. I guess I should close for now. And thank you all for listening.